Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our Chan class for Asia. It's one of the best things we've done. We started this Chan class for Asia something like 6-7 years ago. Anyone remembers? How long ago did we start? I think we started when we were still at Lu Mountain Temple. No? Yes, Jane, how?
4 years ago, Master.
4 years ago? That's all?
Yes.
Oh my God. That's...
Time flies.
Time flies. No, I'm just amazed at how far you've come. That's so impressive. And you Asians have come such a long way. I'm very pleased. Thank you all for your hard work. It only makes sense when you get something out of it. Otherwise, we'll all be wasting our time. Today, as I was walking over here, it's a kind of rainy day today. So right now it's 50 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know how many degrees Celsius that is. And it was a very, very faint drizzle. And so I was walking over, I started walking over here from my house. I started having a hiccup. Ever happened to you? When you have a hiccup, it's because your chi is flowing the wrong direction. Okay? And as I got here, I sat down, it got worse. All of a sudden, I started making more noises. Did you notice that? No? And so I said, wow, if I'm a Chan teacher, if I can't even handle my own hiccup, then what good is Chan? So I said, okay, I've been working all day, so it's time to meditate. So I meditated for about maybe 10, 15 seconds. It went away. Okay, so that tells you that the chi, when you go into meditation, it regulates your chi so that it's back to normal. How's that? Of course, for you, it might take a little bit longer, but it has the same effect. I'm doing the same thing we've been training you. Okay, it's no different. What I do is probably more skilled than you, but it's the same exact foundation, same exact technique. Okay? All right, so meditate is my message to you. When you meditate, you taking care of your health, physical health. Whether you're aware of it or not, doesn't matter. Believe that you're taking care of yourself. All right? Not to mention mental health. Yes, JC has a question.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
저는 호주에서 한 1년 동안 집에서 정진했거든요. 그 줌 수업이 있어갖고 1년을 유익하게 잘 보냈습니다. 감사합니다. 그런데 정진할 때 한 하루에 2시간씩은 앉았는데요. 여기 한국에 와서 보라선언 오고 마스터 법문 들으면 얼굴에 압박하고 머리에 압박이 심해갖고 막 토할 것도 같고 그래서 어떻게 해야 될지 몰라서 스님의 조언을 듣고 싶습니다.
Hello, I've been practicing in Australia for 1 year in my house. I've been practicing vigorously thanks to your Zoom classes. I spent the 1 year very beneficially, so I thank you for that. I set 2 hours a day in my home, and then I came back to Korea, and then I came to JC. And during Master's Dharma talk, my face and my head feels like there's a pressure inside, and I feel like vomiting. So what should I do with this? I ask for your advice. Thank you.
Okay, very good. I'm glad that you were back in Korea. Is it forever or only a short visit?
네, 아주 왔습니다. 컴백했습니다.
Forever. Thank you. I came back.
Okay, what were you doing in Australia? It's the land of the Aborigines.
아이들 등하교 시켜줬어요.
Take kids to school.
Oh, school in Australia. I see. I thought most Koreans send the kids to Germany, not Australia. Germany or UK, I'm told. But now I'm finding out Australia is a third choice. Okay, very good. Okay, I'm glad that you've been practicing Chan, even online. It's very helpful, apparently, to you and to many people. And now you're back in Korea and you have a chance to go to JC. You're noticing there's no substitute for being in the temple, is there? It's better to be in the temple. Yes? Online is very good, but to be in the temple has the added advantage of not just being able to ask the sunims or people around you questions, okay? But also it's a community that you're joining, that you learn a lot. I'm learning a lot from all of you. That's part of my joy, my fun, is to, as I teach, I learn more and more and more. And it's the discovery is very, very wonderful, very rewarding for me, mentally, intellectually, emotionally, everything. And so I'm very pleased that you are joining a JC. Please try to do it more regularly. Make it, all of you should make it a habit. Don't even think about it, because if possible, if you are far away, make it a pilgrimage, even like when you drive here on the weekend or fly here on the weekend or for a few days, for a week. It really makes a difference. We try our best to make your stay as pleasant, as beneficial as possible. All right. Now, as far as you are, this is just a warm up to tell you, to give you the answer. When you at JC and you during the lecture, did you say?
Yes, during Master's Dharma talk.
During my Dharma talks, what is it with Koreans? They like to listen to Dharma talks, whereas us Americans here, we don't. We're too busy. Okay, anyway, it shows that there is a difference between people who have good roots versus people who don't. The people who have good roots are very drawn to the Dharma talks. There's no two ways about it, because that's that's a very important part of your training, very important part of your cultivation. And especially with us, the Dharma talks are your gateway to the Sutton teaching, more so than the Chinese style. All right, and let me assure you. Of course, you don't know what I'm talking about. This is what we do. Now, when you listen to Dharma talk at JC, you are feeling more pressure in the head and a little bit like feel like vomiting. More so than you were at home in Australia. Yes? So that's why. When you go to our temples, the qi is stronger than in your home. Yes, doesn't look like it, but even though JC is a very small area, but I also send a lot of Dharma protectors to assist you, to protect you and guard you and help you when necessary. Doesn't matter who's there, whether it's whichever sunim is there, it doesn't matter. Okay, we still have Dharma protectors there to invisibly guard you, protect you, and guide you if necessary, when necessary. And so that's why during the lecture in particular, Dharma talks in particular, you feel the more pressure than before in the head and feel like vomiting. It's a very good thing. It's a temporary state. It means that your chi is getting stronger when you're listening to the Dharma talks. And therefore, hang in there. If you need to vomit, don't vomit on the floor or your neighbor. But it's a temporary state. I would not worry about it. And eventually your head will clear up and you will not feel like vomiting anymore. All right? It's a temporary thing. Don't worry. It's a good thing. All right? Your chi is being regulated, and just like, see, I told you I was having a hiccup. That's the chi going the wrong way. Same thing with vomiting. Vomiting means that your chi is going up the wrong way. Instead of circulating in a proper direction, you're going the wrong direction. That's why you feel like vomiting. And actually, it's a good thing because just like my hiccup also your feel like vomiting is actually your body trying to release the toxins inside of you. So that's why the air comes out or the vomit comes out. It's just part of releasing the toxins in our environment. It's not always like that for most people, but for us, when we cultivate, that's what happens. Okay? So it's a good thing. Please don't worry about it. Continue, ignore it, continue and concentrate on listening to the lecture or your meditation practice. It will be okay. Okay? Good. Anything else? Anyone else? Yes. We have 3 here.
Amitofo Master. I was wondering why we cover our legs while sitting.
We cover our legs while sitting is to keep your legs warm. That's a primary thing is keep your legs warm.
Okay.
And for some of you, you can't sit in full lotus for very long, so when you unbuckle, no one notices. Here, when I first started, people would used to look around and see and would give dirty looks to those who unbuckle too soon. Now we are more embracing, so we don't mind anymore. Now when people like you come and unbuckle your legs, we just yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
It's a struggle.
Okay.
Actually, when you listen to the Dharma talks or the lectures, you try to sit in full lotus, try to fight it, okay? And that's a very good time to train and to learn to improve your meditation skills, okay? Yes, so primary thing is to keep your legs warm, okay? And especially now, it's not a big deal, but when in our temples in particular, we intentionally keep the temperature rather low, very cold. So if you're not careful, you're going to easily catch a cold. Okay, and my master, Master Zhenhua, Chinese master, he meditated in a cave, and as typical of his philosophy, he ignored his body. So he was meditating in very cold caves, and eventually, when he got older, he got arthritis in his legs. You couldn't even tell he has arthritis. Okay, so it tells you that his skills are pretty incredible, and so that's why when you meditate, you should keep your legs warm. That's the advice I give you. It's best that you keep them warm. And when it's too warm, then you can go for lighter blanket or remove your blanket. But keep them warm first as a first rule. All right? Very good. Anything else? Okay, very good. I have a few more questions here. I have a question from Korea. I can, Ruchi. Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Master. My question is related to my job. If I believe in cause and effect, even if someone spreads bad rumors about me or blames me unfairly, don't I have to make excuses?
Good question. That's one of the things I learned, I couldn't understand for many years, is don't justify yourself. Okay? And so for many years, I went through a lot of, I endured a lot of hardship. People slandered me, people said a lot of things, and especially the people who are not very smart, who are very confused. They used my master's dharma to criticize me, to attack me, and try to make me quit being a monk. Basically telling me that either you submit to us or you should go back because we're going to shut the door to our world, Master Shenhua's world, to you. And they did that. And anyway, I explain more when we, in a Song of Enlightenment, in the next sections here, which we can't seem to get to. Too many questions. And so for many years, I couldn't understand it, but since my master said so, I didn't justify at all. Okay, I didn't try to justify myself. Even after I started teaching, a lot of my disciples complained. He said, "Master, you don't understand me at all." I didn't justify either. So my cultivation has been based a lot, more often than not, on not justifying myself, including today. Even when people misunderstand me, my peers, my disciples, whoever, I don't justify myself. Okay, but for you, it's different. For you, lay person, you owe it to you and to your bosses, to your subordinates, some explanation. Okay, for if you feel that is unjustified, then what you ought to do is acknowledge the criticism, the complaint, okay? And you try to understand where they're coming from first. The last thing you want to do out there for you is every time you hear people criticize you, the first thing you do is, for like most people, you raise your guards right away. Don't do that, okay? When people criticize you and slander you unfairly, first thing you ought to do is to ask them to clarify what is it that they're criticizing you. Instead of following like ordinary people, following your emotions, we all get defensive. As soon as we criticize, I get defensive to myself, but I catch myself not raising my defenses up, my guards up, okay? I resist this temptation, okay? But for you, that's why you ought to be aware of it. Don't try to become defensive like ordinary people. That's what will separate you from the rest of the world, by the way. I noticed that as soon as I criticize someone, my disciples or lay people, I see this immediately. Okay? And that's what almost all of you do all the time. Okay? Whether it's physically this, whether it's mentally. Okay? And so what I'm hoping that all of you will learn to do is not be like ordinary people and become defensive. Okay, bring your guards up right away. Instead, acknowledge the criticism, the complaint, the slander even, and then try to clarify what is it they're unhappy with you about. Okay, that's number one. Once you feel you understand, don't try again. Number one is do not be defensive. Instead, acknowledge and try to understand where they're coming from. Okay? That will, I assure you, if you work for a good boss, the good bosses will notice it right away. Okay? Don't become defensive. Okay? Try to understand where they're coming from. And number two, once you understand it, then you try to explain yourself. And I asked her, I know where you're coming from. I think I understand where you're coming from. This is what you're unhappy about. Okay? Am I correct? You confirm it, and then you said, here's my explanation. Okay? You explain yourself. You owe it to your bosses, to your spouses, to your partners, to your friends out there. Because they're unhappy, they're afflicted, we owe it to them to try to provide relief for them. You don't need to defend yourself. Okay? What you try to do is, next is to try to relieve them. I say, I see, okay, where you're coming from. Whether you're my boss or my friend or my girlfriend and so forth, you say, okay, yeah, I see where you're coming from, and you try to relieve the affliction. Again, not in the spirit of defending yourself. Is it clear, everyone? This is what will make you superior to the rest of the world. That's all you have to do. And if whatever happens, whether they punish you, they still don't believe you, so be it. We give it a try, and we are prepared to live with the consequences. All right? It's contrary to my style of practice, whereby because I am a left-home person, okay, I don't, first of all, when I learned Master Shinwa's teaching, okay, that don't justify yourself, it's for, I believe, for left-home people. It's not for lay people at all. You lay people, you owe it to other people in your community and society some sort of relief for their affliction. So you cannot simply ignore them and say, okay, I'm going to cultivate. I'm going to not justify myself because that's my cultivation. Your cultivation needs to be flexible and adapt to the circumstances, to the conditions, accord with conditions. Okay? When you come to the temple, it's okay. You come to the temple, people criticize you, swallow it, eat it. That's what we call eat caca at the temple. I don't know what's the Korean expression. Wanteksunim, what's the Korean expression? Eat caca? You don't have that expression in Korean? Eat caca. Okay, that's what we do at the temple. When you come to the temple, I hoped that you eat more and more of others' caca. I never told Anna that since Blue Mountain Temple. Okay? You're supposed to eat caca. Either it's from me or from anyone else, doesn't matter. You eat caca. And you shut up and you endure. That's all. Don't say, oh, you don't understand me. Why are you so mean to me? My disciples do that to me all the time. I laugh inside, say, oh, you're such a loser. I endure eating caca my entire life as a monk. I still do. Okay? I don't complain. Then someday you understand why. Okay? All right, good question. Thank you. We have a couple more questions. Let's go to DTT. You can guess who it's going to be. Go ahead, Jumi.
네, 마스터.
Of course.
네, 안녕하세요.
네.
와서 요즘 제가 저한테 좋지 않은 사인이 몇 개가 있어요. 그래서 이거에 대해서 제가 어떻게 대응하면 좋은지를 질문드리고요. 한번 끊을게요.
Master, nowadays I have some bad signs with me, so I'm asking you how to respond with this.
예를 좋지 않은 사인의 이그젬플은 첫 번째는 제가 새벽 예불을 4년 넘게 하고 있었고 출장이나 여행을 제외하고는 저는 한 번도 빠지거나 늦은 적이 없거든요. 그런데 최근에 새벽 예불 알람 3개를 아예 듣지 못해서 제가 새벽 예불에 지각을 한 거예요. 처음으로 4년 반 동안 처음으로 그런 안 좋은 사인이 있었고 네.
So I had a few bad signs. First one is that I have been attending morning ceremony for over 4 years, and except when I'm on a business trip except when I'm traveling, I never was late for morning ceremony. But very recently, even though I set an alarm, like 4 alarms in a row, for first time I was late for morning ceremony.
그리고 그러니까 알람을 못 들은 게 충격인 거예요. 3개를 다 못 들었다는 게 충격이고 눈을 떴더니 4시 40분이었었어요. 네.
It's a shock for me that I couldn't hear all the 3 alarms. When I opened my eyes, it was 4:40 a.m.
That's shocking, yeah.
그 다음에 두 번째 안 좋은 사인은 사실 제가 이것 때문에 질문을 드리겠는데 마스터 SC께서 저한테 주신 호법 사리 목걸이가 있어요. 한번 끊어야 될 것 같아요.
And second bad sign is actually I'm asking a question because of this. I have a necklace. It's a Dharma protecting Sharira relics necklace that's given from Master C.
올드 에빗이긴데
Master Old Abbot.
예, 근데 그분이 주셨는데 그걸 제가 제 방에서 2번이 떨어졌고 약간 데미지를 입은 것 같아요. 네,
So
이게 두 번째 안 좋은 사인이고
So this is from Master C, and inside my room, I dropped it twice, and I think the necklace got kind of already damaged. So that's the second bad sign.
그러니까 화장실 가기 전에 사리 목걸이를 풀어놨는데 그게 떨어지게 된 거예요. 네.
Before I go to the restroom, I unleashed my necklace, and then I put it somewhere, and that dropped.
그리고 마지막으로는 제가 그릇을 잘 안 깨트리거든요. 굉장히 그릇을 안 깨트리는 편인데 산호세에서 점심 먹고 나서 그릇이 한번 깨졌고 어제 법장사에서 점심 먹기 전에 그릇이 깨진 거예요. 그러니까 저는 거의 1년에 그러니까 거의 그릇을 안 깨트리는데 그릇이 2번이나 깨졌고요. 이게 저는 안 좋은 사인이라고 생각을 하거든요.
The last bad sign is that I usually never break dishes, but when I was in San Jose, after lunch I break one dish, and then when I'm in Dharma Treasury Temple before lunch, I also broke one dish. So I never break dishes, but this time I broke 2 dishes in a row.
Okay.
제가
Your question should be shorter. Okay, your questions are too long. I lose track of them. I can't keep track of your questions. I can't answer your questions. I will not answer your question. You ask too many things.
마스터 그래서 제가 네 맞아요. 그래서 제가 지금 하려고 했는데 다시 질문으로 돌아가서 이렇게 좋지 않은 사인이 있을 때 제가 어떻게 이것에 대해서 대응하면 좋은지 질문 드립니다. 네.
Master, you're right. So, how do I respond to these bad signs when it happens in a row?
because you took so much time, I'll give you a very short answer that will cover all three questions. All right? The answers is you set the alarm for 5 times in the morning. Don't stop at 4. Go for 5. Okay? But this on the 5th one is a different alarm. This on the 5th alarm, you fail to get up, you should get electrical shock. So the first no more today. So the first time you get electric shock, you will remember. So when you subsequent times when you get to 2 or 3 times, oh, is it 3 or 4? Is it 5 already? That's when you immediately get up on the earlier alarms. Okay? And the same rationale for the thing. You break dishes, okay? If you keep on breaking dishes at the 2 temples here, we'll make sure that you will oversleep and you get electric shocks. Okay, so they're all connected, even a way. Okay, in a way, because you are a bad girl, therefore you should get punished. I like that. Wouldn't that solve all the 3 concerns you have? Nee? Very good. Next question. Yes, that's JC.
네, 안녕하세요. 저는 지난주 일요일에 보라선언에 처음 왔습니다. 그래서 스님들과 같이 자선을 하고 집으로 돌아가서 오늘 토요일까지 매일 자선을 했습니다. 근데 하면 할수록 목요일 날에 자선하려고 준비를 하는데 그 고통에 눈물이 나오는 거예요. 그 두려움에. 그래서 이걸 어떻게 극복해야 할지가 질문입니다.
Hello, I came to JC last Sunday. It's for the first time. I sat with Snims together, and then after that, until Saturday, I sat every day. And on Thursday, I was preparing to sit, and because of the suffering there, I was tearing out because of the fear. So I want to ask you how to overcome this.
Afraid of what? What were you afraid of?
아픈 것 자체가 무서웠습니다. 그러니까 최대한 다리를 풀지 않고 앉아 있다가 그 다리를 푸는데 통증을 못 참고 푸는데 너무 아파서 움직이지도 못하고 그때 짧은 순간이지만 울지도 못하고 이러지도 못하고 저러지도 못하고 움직이지도 못하고 풀지도 못하고 그렇다고 계속 앉지도 못하고 그런 게 그 신체적인 고통이 너무 두렵고 내가 이걸 관두지 않고만 하면 된다고 해서 죽을 때까지 평생 하고 싶은데 언제 죽을지는 모르지만 그 계속해야 된다는 것 자체도 내일도 또 하고 모레도 또 할 건데 계속해야 된다는 것도 두렵고 첫 번째는 신체적 고통이 두렵습니다.
I'm afraid of pain itself. I try to not to unbuckle and I'm enduring the pain. And when I want to unbuckle, because it's too painful, I cannot even move. I cannot unbuckle. I cannot keep sitting. So what I'm afraid is that the actual physical pain, I don't want to stop. I don't want to give up. I want to be practicing until end of my life, and I'm gonna practice tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. So I'm afraid that I have to do this until I die, but actual pain, I'm very afraid of it.
Wow. I'm just the opposite of you. It's too painful, I quit. What is it with you Koreans? It's like you are, the more pain it is, the more you go for it. Amazing. Okay, what do you get out of the pain? Every day you sit, what do you get out of it? Why do you sit? If you have pain every day, it's such a struggle for you, why are you still doing it? Do you feel any benefit from sitting at all? Or you just like punishing yourself?
결과부자로 앉은 거는 얼마 안 됐지만 명상을 하면서 몸도 많이 좋아졌고 정신적으로도 편안해졌습니다. 그래서 여기 보라선언 스님들께서도 말씀해 주셨고 마스터 책에서도 봤을 때 이 결과부자를 하면 50배인가요? 아니면 50, 한 그 정도의 더 효과가 있다. 그래서 이 첫 번째 고통에서 벗어나고 싶고 극락왕생 하고 싶은 두 가지 이유로 참고 참았습니다.
I haven't been sitting in full lotus. It hasn't. I started very new, but I've been meditating, and through my meditation, my health recovered, and I'm mentally more relaxed. I heard from JC Sneams and also from Master's book that the full lotus posture is actually maybe like 50 times more efficient. So first is that I want to be released from pain, from suffering, and second one is I want to be rebirthed in the Pureland. So that's why I endured and endured and endured.
Okay, very good. All right, what you ought to do is this relates to the JC people there, the Sunims as well as the lay people. You should help her out. When newcomers come, don't overdo it, don't overwhelm them, but you should discreetly help them out if they need it. Okay? Meaning that you should talk to the newcomers and listen to them. It's actually in our environment, you are a very important part of their practice. They need to see that what they're going through is what you went through yourself, many of you, okay? And therefore, it's a lot more reassuring for the newcomers to hear from you than from us. Okay, and furthermore, the Sunims there should be paying attention to newcomers and help, do hand-holding and help them, as I taught all of you, to train yourself by increments. Don't go crazy now. Just go by 20 seconds more each time, 1 minute longer each time, that's all you do. Okay? And when you do that, you will notice people, when they do that, they will notice that good things happen to them. They have more energy, they feel healthier, they have more stamina, and so forth. Their head is clearer, and so forth. And therefore, this is why they keep on coming back. And the challenges are there, in particular for her case, the pain there is very good for you. Okay? Many of our people went through that, and they endure the pain. You have the right attitude. It's your cultures where you are taught to endure the difficulties and the suffering. That's part of the superior aspect of the Korean culture. This is why I keep on going to Korea. I'm going there next month. Okay, so that because you have the proper attitude that very Asian. And in particular in Korea, and Koreans, for example, do not give up that easily. You fight for it, and that's very, very remarkable. That's Mahayana. The Mahayana training is that we put you in a tough situation, and help you fight it and overcome it. Okay, so it's a good thing. You should not be afraid of it. All you have to do is the fear has another reason. There's no need to go into it for now. You can deal with it by learning to sit a little bit longer. Okay, by increments only. Every time, that's all. All I want you to do, and this is what the instructors have to be aware of, is that the newcomers, I want them to break through. Break through meaning that you sit in full lotus or whatever posture they have longer than the day before. That's all. And make sure you walk, okay? And you sit longer and longer every day. Naturally, your pain will go away. You will break through, have a breakthrough, and you surpass your pain barrier, and wonderful, wonderful things happen. It's happening already by your choosing to endure the difficulties. But once you break through, it's like you graduated and you get to the next level, okay? And then you get to the next level, and so forth and so forth. And it's well worth it, trust me. You feel healthier, you feel happier, you feel a lot, you enjoy a lot more. You have no more fear eventually, okay? So the fear is only temporary. I would not worry about it, okay? Hang in there, and JC people, help her out, all right? All right, thank you, everyone. Anything else? If not, we go into the anecdote. Have we ever, yes?
Yeah, I had a quick question. Last week, you had talked a little bit about music and its effect on cultivation.
Mm-hmm.
And I was curious because something I've done for a long time that I really enjoy is I like to write music. I like to perform. Is that really particularly big detriment to cultivation?
No. Don't worry. It's if you have a passion for it, okay, there's nothing wrong with it. But the people who don't really have a passion, they just want to listen to music to waste their time. It's different. For you, you put your heart into it, and that's a good thing. Okay, but in your particular case, I would actually it's very, very good for you to indulge in writing music and creating music and being creative, okay? And that's and you will find that when it's time for you to cultivate, to meditate, actually your meditation will help you become more creative. And this is what happens to people who need to do creative work. You need to meditate, okay? So it's complementary in that sense. Okay, you will see. In English we have an expression: think out of the box. Meditation will help you think out of the box. Okay, and that's why people who are pursuing creative work, they need to meditate. They must meditate. I knew up at Master Hsuan one of Master Hsuan's disciples who's an artist, and he's actually fairly known artist from Taiwan, and he makes a good living doing that. And he went to the city of 10,000 Buddhas and to stay there and it seems to help his creative work until he got in trouble and he had to run away. Okay, so anyway, creative work. People who do creative work need to meditate. in particular, before you work, before you do creative work, I would meditate. You see how much more productive you are after your meditation. Okay? And as you become more skilled, okay, as your meditation skills improve a lot more, you'll be amazed at how quickly you shift gear and go from your normal state of mind to a mind where you transcend your mental and intellectual barriers, emotional barriers by meditation. I just told you at the start of this class, I said that I was having a hiccup. It's a physical limitation. Okay, I entered samadhi and it went away. Okay, same thing. You have physical limitation, you have intellectual limitation, you have emotional limitations. You meditate, you remove them, you transcend them. Got that? It's not meant to brag. I don't need to brag to you. Why do we need to brag to you again? Okay, so that's why it's a very, very important skill for all of you. It's wonderful for you. Okay, okay, and go ahead, go first.
Amitabha Master. So I was thinking because I remember once you mentioned that when we have afflictions, if we cannot solve the biggest affliction, we can go for the second one.
Yes.
So
or the third.
Okay. So in my case, I think the biggest affliction is the fear of being rejected by others. So because I feel overwhelmed, sometimes when I try to do something and I think they are going to reject me, I don't do it. I cannot do it. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking maybe I can go for the second one, which can be trying to get others' approval or get others' attention. Would that be the right approach?
Wow, you're good. Well, you're beginning to look at yourself. Impressive. Okay, but men are supposed to be rejected. Don't you think? I mean, you women reject men all the time, don't you? Okay, so what you do is you keep on chasing after women more and they reject you. And the more they reject you, the more you become desensitized. Don't give up so soon. Hey, girls, help him out.
But it's also sometimes not only related with women. It can be also even at work or...
No. Woman most important. Okay, work and so forth. No, the rejection, fear rejection. You have to confront it, face it. Don't run away from it. You are able to handle one type of rejection. It helps with the next type of rejection. Okay, rejection has many different types. Okay, if you are worried about work, and then I would go for women first. and get desensitized, okay? Or talk to men. How do you become desensitized? How do you overcome being rejected by women? Or by men, whatever, I don't care. Okay? So the point of that, by training you, is that if it really bothers you, okay, that's what I want to work on next. There's some things I cannot help, okay, that's beyond me. But there are things like rejection is not my personal limitation. Okay, I feel that in your case, rejection can be used. Don't give up. Don't run away yet. And you find what for rejection is very, very vast area. I would focus on, for example, one type of rejection. For me, is woman. Okay? Okay? I don't know about the rest of you. Maybe for I don't know. But you find one thing, okay, and you work on it, and you allow yourself to be rejected. How about the woman over there? See, woman in Go Forest. Can you help them out a little? To me, being rejected by a woman is devastating. I used to be, when I was younger, be so shy because I was so deep down, I was so afraid to be rejected by girls. Never mind by women, girls. Go ahead, go for it, woman.
I think rejection, just like the way you say it, just keep on trying. It's build up your grit.
Yeah. Men are supposed to accept to being rejected. It's a part of being man.
And then I also have a story to share, Master. Last week when I was at work and my coworkers say, my boss say, "No, you have an admission." So I went out there, took the patient in a gurney, and they say, "Oh, she's only 4 centimeters." I asked her, "What would you like for pain control?" And she said, "I would like epidural, which is a very strong pain medication giving in the back." So I said, "Sure." By the time I got her to the labor room, all hell broke loose. And her face, the way she screamed, I say, oh, there's no way that she'll be able to make it for the epidural. And then I check her, she's from 4 to 7. And then she starts screaming like bloody murder, like jumping all over the bed, and no one can control her. And then I was focused, and then a lot of people run into the labor room, 3 doctors, 2 nurses, and then there's a team standing outside just in case baby, because we anticipate that this baby is going to be a big baby. And then everybody was trying to work on the patient, and being a primary nurse, one of our jobs is to make sure documentation, everything have to be done in a timely manner, so that if we have a delivery baby have problem, then they can admit the baby and get medication to treat the baby if needed. So I focus on my task, but then I see that no one can control my patient, and I say, forget about this documentation. I need to control her, because the way people approach and talk to the patient, she was like moving all over. And I say, if this is the case, we're going to have a shoulder dystocia, and my baby is going to be in major complication. So I look at her and I say, listen to me. Follow exactly what I say. Breathe in, push until I count to 10. But the way I say it, somehow from a very crazy room to a very calm room. So after the delivery, my coworkers say, what happened to your delivery? It was like crazy. I heard my patient scare the heck out of it when you call on the phone. And a baby deliver, we have a 10-pound plus baby.
Wow.
But no tear, no laceration. It was very beautiful delivery. And then my part of me is like, my arrogance start to say, see, I can do it. And then sure enough, because of my thinking of arrogant about myself, but no one see it, but I say, see, I can do this kind of stuff. I can control the situation. And then I noticed that for 2 weeks, I could not go to the temple. I think I got, it's like obstruction left and right, and so many things happening that I'm like, what is going on? It's my way. I think I got punished for my arrogance.
Not true, not true. For 2 weeks, you didn't need the temple anymore.
No, that's not true, Master. I need the temple all the time. Thank you.
How cool is that? So no epidural, and you help her make delivery, have a delivery?
Yes,
Wow,
we
that's
no
impressive.
epidural, and she also have a shoulder dystocia. That's mean the head come out, the shoulder gets stuck. But then I look at it and I know what direction the doctor was turning from the inside. So I'm using my hand from the outside, pushing the baby's shoulder in the same direction with the doctor. And the moment, because I know what angle helps, so by the time the baby's shoulder delivery, I even stick my finger in and poke it through the baby armpit and pull him out.
Yeah. Wow, impressive. You see, that's the thing. This is, thank you for sharing with us. This is what happens to all of you. You meditate and you have these, you just under crisis, you just know what to do. The more skilled you are, the more complex problem you'll be able to resolve. Okay? So that's what happens to all of you when you meditate. Okay. In her case, it's more obvious because there was a crisis, but this also translates into your daily lives. Okay, that you can more smoothly, more effectively resolve all your conflicts, all your challenges. Every day, not just crisis. Does it make sense to you? If you can solve a crisis, then the big crisis, then the smaller challenges are just a breeze for you. Okay? So, thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you, Master.
All right. Very good. But also what she said is also very important. When you're able to pull off miracles like that, your ego will inflate, and that's normal. Okay, that's part of your training. It's okay. Don't worry, and you recover. It's not a big deal. Yes, one.
Amitabha, Master. I think I didn't know whether to ask the question or not, but so in the past when people ask me a question, because sometimes I'm able to see near future or things like that. Sometimes they ask me and I just tell them what I see. But there is one time that they asked me, and what I saw, it was a really bad demon attacking a person, and I can see the aggressiveness of the demon, and I say, oh my goodness. I say, you know what? To me, I didn't think I was meddling, but then that week it was really heavy, so much so that two of my daughters, one said that she felt a being in the house. The other one said, Mom, when I went there and I say, leave my home. And then my other daughter said, when I walk the dog outside, I can see a being between the two cars. And I say, oh, geez. And I felt like the energy, and then I actually end up having an accident. So I'm like, did I meddle too much by responding? And now I feel like I have to, what I noticed, Master, is that I do not have all the skills. These are bigger than what I have seen before. I had never seen such an angry and actually even saying after the accident, see what I'm, like who you are messing with, or see who you're messing with, something like that. So, now I'm trying to get back and be like, oh, you know what, I didn't meant to meddle, but I think that's meddling. And my question is now, what should I do? Because I realize that I do not have the power that you do have, Master. I do not have, actually I needed like masters and Sangha, and I was like, I really need to cultivate more. And I'm trying to get back to where I was. But at the same time, this one, I'm taking it as you have to cultivate even more than what you have done. And I just wanted you to see how you can guide me on that. I have been meditating every day. I am doing hands on eyes. I'm doing listening to Dharma talks, and I'm trying to sit longer. So, but I felt that I had to ask you so that I can receive that guidance and do that. Thank you.
Okay, then don't stop telling people. It's none of your business. What are you going to learn? None of your business. If you see someone doing something happening out there with your own eyes, it's none of your business. Who asked you to interfere? This is why I try to tell my students, don't be enamored with whatever you can see. It's only temporary. Whatever you can see is only a fraction of what's really happening. And no, most of my students who are able to see some things, they always get excited and say, oh, I see this, oh, UFO ghost is bothering you. Yeah, so what? It's just like the Chinese, Master Shenhua's disciples, same thing. They said, I can see this, I can see that. I said, yeah, and then what are you doing about it? It's not about seeing, it's about what can you do about it? Can you handle it? Seeing is nothing. What's the big deal? Okay? Don't meddle.
Thank you.
None of your business.
Thank you, Master.
Who asked you? People ask me, I say, I don't see anything. I don't want to see anything. It's too scary. Why do I need to see? None of my business. Are you kidding? The more you see, the more your ego is inflated. You say, oh, I'm so special, I can see this, I can't see that, and Master can't. I can see, but I don't want to see. Why do I need to see? None of my business. I'm too busy. I'd rather watch a movie rather than looking at your movie. Okay? Thank you, everyone.